Good evening. This is Barry Hemsey. It's 5:05 p.m. on Wednesday, November 11, 2020. So it's 11112020. Welcome. This is a technical briefing on the new technology that we have developed. I'm indebted to Christian Wagner, Mark Caffrey, and Mark Esposito, and of course, Michael Burke at TradeStation. As a matter of fact, as of an hour ago, Michael Burke and I were looking at a couple of things. There's one bug we found. This is a beta product of a third level of our indicator set. We have a HAPI, and there's a HAPI Pro. This will be HAPI Expert because the next level higher. Some of these the radar screens have been moved out of this and will be going to Expert. Those who are with HAPI Pro will get the Expert grandfathered in for the balance of this year and next year. So they don't have to do anything until, as a matter of fact, emails will go out to that effect by the server to get them into expert level in a day or two. We're still testing a few things. We just put two gentlemen in, Dr. Atkins and Jason, and we had a small issue with Dr. Atkins, so I think that's part of getting pages ready. Parallel with me finishing the code, parallel with TradeStation, giving me some of the special attention I needed on how that logic I wanted to work. The logic part is finicky. Okay, it's not easy, but we're indebted to Michael Burke. He's his original product manager on radar screen and option station, and we go back some 20 plus years. Is as good as it comes in that area. I know he's possibly thinking of changing a venue called Retirement come January, but I'm sure he's going to stay in touch with us. He's also a very good friend with Marcus Mosito. Mike and I help him and TradeStation with upgrades to Option Station to build it up to a better, stronger, more robust option package over the last, I'd say, we started in Chicago, so 7, 8 years now, Mark. I mean, you know it better than I do. And of course, if you look at version 10, this is version 10. We're running 49. I'd say probably from update 20 on, you're going to see our stuff that went in for the even TradeStation itself, including how to handle the issues on top, get more real estate, what I call glass real estate. So we have a very, very close working relationship with TradeStation, and they're 75 minutes away. So at this point, so we'll get to the issues that we need. So anyhow, let me get started here. The purpose of this software is twofold. First of all, let me show you what the software is going to do for those of you not familiar with it, and then we're going to talk about how you use the packages we're sending out. There's a little bit of technology involved. There's a little sequence involved you have to do, and then we get into application of it after that. And Mark and Christian could step in that area. But first, let's see. So two parts to the puzzle. First of all, let me bring my screen up to that level for you guys. Not PMT. Okay, so there's a watch list. Okay, this is what you're going to be getting. This is the end result. Okay, now we're not saying it's bug free. We're not telling you to trade. Please, this is crucial. Okay, as a matter of fact, anything going out, I'm going to plug that stuff on it. We have given you views of it. We have improved it. There was an error today we caught. That code has not gone out. You have multiple items go out. The HAPI and HAPI Pro had different file names. I mean, started with HAPI, but they have different extensions to it. For the radar screen, you see RS at the end. Okay, so for example, HAPI CIRS is the RS version of CI. So it allows you to basically put a very fast reactive Excel inside of a TradeStation. Now, part of that we had to change this encryption because of the speed. These are calculating very fast. You need to have good. I'll give you an example. Admiral has a pretty decent machine. Today he got crashed. He just said all these pages open. Then we open this. The first run where this data comes in is going to take a lot of CPU. So I suggest you populate this at night first time. Okay. So then you have only incremental. the changes of that day, the following day in there. We're right now only running on a daily interval. The purpose is to you load, and we give you a copy of this TSW. But remember, you have to be update version 10 update 49 for all of this to work. If you're behind, go to your first help, and there is an update check here. What happened to it? They took this out, huh? Let's change the menu. You will get an update check. What is missing here? I don't understand. Used to be a update manager, I think. Yeah, it used to be called. But anyhow, you want to be. I've been complaining because the versions are different than on their website, and when we get updates. So if I have a machine somewhere else to download, I have to wait for it to hit me. It's wrong, and especially a different operating system. So maybe that's why they took it out. Anyhow, but check, make sure you are 49. If you're not, you need to update first. You may have to email them to see what you need, or email Peter. Your contact is going to be Peter Albino. Okay, this is Peter. We'll send you these to everybody. If you don't have TradeStation, this is how you get it, and then you throw you a bunch of stuff free. Trade radio screen is free. If you're going to be trading with us, just put a few bucks in there, and the platform is for free. Okay, you need this for about 30 days. We're starting now as we're getting folks in, and then it goes to December 16th. That's a Wednesday, I believe. Reason is that it is my birthday, and I want to, by then I want to have things out behind me. That's a Friday. Okay, so Wednesday. So whatever it is, 5 weeks, whatever. Give you a few days to get the technology working out, and then and 4 weeks of testing. We appreciate your feedback. This is crucial to us. This is important. This is new technology. We need feedback. But please, short emails. Simon, no love letters. Love letters are anything more than 2 paragraphs, okay? Very short. If you're new with TradeStation, you can just use it, okay? I'm not too excited. Yeah, I'm just really upfront with you. Sound problem, anyone? Anybody has a sound problem? 1, 2, 3, audio check. Audio check, anybody? Simon could hear me before. He's in England. Manuel having a problem. Dr. Atkins says the sound is good. So Manny, I think it's good. Hold on. Sound is good. I have to type for him. Sound is good, sir. Try. Okay, hold on. Try. The solution is recycle. Is it good now? Okay, sorry. Okay. So we'll send you an email to get it started if you don't have an account. If you have an existing account, you want to be under his wing, there's a little extra stuff there. You can continue, but to add additional account, you go through that. Okay. You may want to separate account. Good guy to know. I'll include his phone number. That's his number up there. 312-803-3860. I'm convinced he'll be running Chicago office one day. He's that good. And he's got a huge P&L, of course. Our RTCM is a big part of what we will contribute to him. So our managed futures fund. Now, remember, support is iffy because of you can't call into the tech support now. It's a COVID or that they call you back. With him, you can get priority. He can reroute somebody to you. You give him a number, give him the time you want, he'll get back to you. Service is part of his game. That's why he's lasted with us 10 years. He knows, and others have said, Mike Berg has told him, Farry is brutal. Just make sure your service is account. And he has been. So, because I don't want to hear somebody tomorrow. I want to hear about him yesterday. Yeah, if I have a problem, yeah. Call me yesterday. Yeah. Time is of essence. So, what we're doing is this. We are adding, let's see. I think there's a DVRS you don't have to worry about. That's the term volatility. It's a quote from the past. What we're considering is the CI diff. Yeah, I can open this up for you. Hold on. Hold on. Come on. There we go. My right hand is a little bit. There we go. CI. You see ends in T. So this is CI and CI diff, right? I'm sorry. This is CI. This is CI diff. Okay. Then we have DMZ diff, which is this. Okay. I'm sorry. DMZ. Now this is called Alert RS. This is new. This is what we added. This is the one we're testing. You want to plot both. We send you this. You have it, and they're connected. So if I click on Dell, it changes. It's because of this blue line up there. Okay. That allows it to be connected to each other. This is new. What we added is a SIBO RS. This is for, I don't know, for Marcus Esposito. CBO is not Chicago Board of Options. No, it's CBO is channel breakout. What he wants to know is going to get into more detail. He wants to know a signal that we're getting from DMZ that is where we are in this range. Okay, which is the logic that Mike Burke built in, and I've kind of manipulated that, perfected it. Of course, he did not have the code. He had a dummy code for the definition of those two. Send me back a white box. I took the white box, put in our black box, which is this, and then did the wiring of the inside. We tested. We found one mistake. He fixed that. Now there's an issue of a little bit more uh, uh, mechanical robustness in the logic. So you will have at least, if you get something from me on Sunday, you're gonna get one change tonight. If you're going to get the at least, what Michael and I are working on would be another change, the change number 2. Okay, you would get that. Again, do not trade, just watch. The purpose is this: we want to know when this thing breaks down, you go short. When it breaks up and goes through, you go long. Inside is DMZ, demilitarized zone. I just picked it because Grand Peter was over with his buddy Chairman Kim over at. He decided to stop by at North Korea, and I was finishing the last touches of this. This is like April of 19, and we'll call it DMZ. It makes sense. Inside, do nothing. Above, you should be long. Below, you should be short. The issue is the timing of the signal. And that's what Admiral and I are working together on that area. Let me open that. And then as a tool, hold on. God damn it, hold on. Murray, you're killing me. Okay, as a tool, you want to see how this thing moving back and forth. To visualize it, please make sure diff is on, have CI on and CI diff to understand these other parts. The numbers have to match. Numbers are not matching, there's a problem. Couple areas. Let me give you, again, this is a technical presentation. We're going to get into nuts and bolts. The reason I'm doing this so I don't have to answer the emails or, because emails are difficult. This is visual. Or technical issues or in terms that at least cover it here. If it's not covered here, I understand. But can I do a team viewer for me, fix this and all that? One of the things we do, we will support you with our indicators. Okay? We will support that. That's our job. But just like TradeStation does not support us, we're not going to trade. We cannot support TradeStation, which is basic stuff. How do I add a chart? You better go and learn that. There are videos. We're just too busy. We're too busy. And this is a beta. We're not charging anything. So please be cognizant of our time. And we have a running website and running a money management firm. So we're busy. But basic stuff is all you need. Let's go through that. You're going to get 2 files. One is ELD. It's going to happen in that order. This is what I did. Let's see. On the email Sunday night. Okay. Let me go over there on email Sunday night. Wait a second. Let's just do it here. I think I sent it out here. It was Sunday night. Hold on. No, Sunday night before the alerts. Yeah, what I did was, what time was it? Was it Sunday night? Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe it was from this account. Let's see. There we go. No. It's somewhere in here. What we did. Okay, technology. Okay. Okay. No, it's one of these. I'll show you. No. We added that. No. It's basically what it is. It's got 2 files in there. How did I do this? Hold on. Expert. Expert. It's called experts. It should be there. What we did is 2 files. ELD is the easy language doc. Okay. So some of these. Okay, last code. No. That's behind me. I can't find it. I don't know. But anyhow, the 2 files you get. One is the ELD. So it's going to be called. Let's see. There's the ELD. For now it's called HAPI RS. We're going to embed it in the HAPI itself. It includes SIBO, includes software keys. We permission you. We need your email, your login. Your login is not it's not your customer number or network number. It's the login you type in without the password. Do not give your password to anybody. Do not email your password to anybody. Not safe. But your user ID. We put that in your file and we issue a key. That key is going to be called HA Papa. We have Juliet and we have Kilo. Those are used. Juliet is for basic. Kilo is for pro. We're going to automatically give you Papa if you have Kilo. Okay. For the between now and December 31st. On the trials, will be good until December 16th. Okay. You get that. That will, of course, we have to give you Kilo and we have to give you Juliet too, because you need all the indicators. So this is because this is radar screen, but you need to graphically there. Why? You need to spot your pricing that we're doing. Make sure the values, make sure they're correct. Okay. For example, let me give you an example of what I want you guys to test for. And now it also tells you what's going on. 3540. Okay. 3518. There you go. That's a DMZ fast. Okay. No, that's inverted. No. 3560. Why is it off a tad? I don't know. Why is this off a tad? Is it because it's traded after hours? No. Why are we not getting this right? Huh? Yeah. Huh. So we still have a problem here. Okay, we're gonna get to that. We will. Let me go to Dell. This was fine this morning. 68 Dell 6401 6678. See that? So I gotta find out what those are. The stuff we're looking at, most of the stuff works fine. The values are the same. Now, if you're in the case of an Admiral, you have too much running, too many stuff is open, too many calculations. As a matter of fact, I'm going to close a couple of mine. 1 second. Then it's an issue of your CPU. But remember, this is intense. And you'll see when you log in, it takes a while for these things to show up because they have, just like a chart, this is a chart running in there. You're just seeing the last values, okay? Because it's like a chart, it has to load the data back in. If you're not loading enough, you're going to be in trouble. So we already done that for you inside of this TSW. So first you import the logic in. We're going to send you, you go to import, there are two parts of the puzzle. Import, second choice, okay? Then you say next, then you use browse. You're going to point to it. We're going to go to ELD, point to this. We're going to send you a HAPI, I'm going to call it HAPI Expert, but whatever that is, it's going to be HAPI Expert, obviously. This was just a test on Sunday or Saturday, late Saturday night. So it's going to be HAPI Expert. You click on that and you say open. I'm not going to re-import it here, but you can see go next and start to put the stuff in. Just let it happen. Go through next, it's done. If you have a problem, that means the code is bad. We have had 15 people install it. It hasn't had any problems so far. Okay, at least the packing and unpacking is working fine as it should. Occasionally we get a problem. Like when if I create something at the open, it gets a problem because there's too much data. At night, there's no issue. So then you might make sure. Then there's another file. This tab, this workstation. You put it wherever you want. The name of that is obviously you want to. If you have if you're already testing with us, you want to write over it. Where does it go? It goes to the location where all these files are kept. Under TradeStation 10, they're under Documents, TradeStation, Workspace. If you, by the way, one more thing. If your data, if you crash, if there's a problem, this is gotta go. You have to take that hit, delete. But not when TradeStation is open. You have TradeStation closed. Adding a workspace also have TradeStation closed. So you open TradeStation, put the ELD file in, the logic. You can't do it the other way. It has to be in that order. The email will tell you that. ELD first, so the logic is in there before the chart gets propagated. Then you then you close the TradeStation, move the email, the TSW file we sent you into this space, okay? And then, of course, I have one here. Where is it? There we go. Okay, that's one here. So I'm just going to go here, for example, you see, yeah, documents. Let me save that. Okay, save all. This machine has been on for a while, maybe a day or so. So if you go here, it should, yeah, it just propagate all that. Right now, it's saved. You want to have this version at least, okay? This goes in, then you wait. It starts populating. So there's your CIRS. And with this chart, it comes because it comes connected with the chart and it's connected. So as you change here, it changes there. All right. Now, these values have to match. If not, I need to know. Best thing to do is your camera. The one I suggest you guys use is HyperSnap. It's easy. Or I think there's a couple of stuff that comes with pay for with what do you call it? With TradeStation or even Windows. But do not send me an email without a picture. I need to see what you're looking at. Don't try to describe it. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Give me the picture. So let me take a look where the problem is. And you can go through tools like that and mark it up or do an oval around it or write a note to it in the picture, annotate it and send it to me. Okay, please. We want to see what the difference is. This difference has to match. So if I go to Dell, this is say differential is 127. Is that right? Yeah, 127. 127 right there. Okay. And 1938 and 226. Okay. This is simple, raw and smooth. This is more trickier. Which one is fast, which one is slow? Why? Because you see what's happening? Green is always on top. It doesn't matter if it's fast or slow. As a matter of fact, the slow is on top, the fast is on the bottom. It's reacting faster. So, and you want it to. You want it to. I'm going to get into that too. So you come here, and if that's Dell, it should be 6041, 6678. Yeah, there we go. Spot on. And differential is, oh, we don't do the differential. It doesn't matter. Now, next two is bullish or bearish. Okay. This part we're working on. The small logic left on unusual configurations where it's not clear. We didn't punch through. Okay. Now, how do we use this in logic? You want to close outside of the DMZ. Okay. If it's red, so these were giving you a little signal there, and this broke it. You want to close above the green. That's a buy. Close below the red is a sell. Is a short. Sell short. Above it is buy. In between it, you gotta take a look at the position. Either stay. If you're flat, stay flat. Do not try to get a better price. This is a Momo game. You want to wait to go above it, or if you're in, you need to. Let's say you were short and you didn't cover here. I've done that. I get interruptions. I get text. So I'm beginning to do is get people pissed off, telling them, "Don't text me." Do you know what time it is? Yeah. So they get the message. At least the smart ones do. And so then it comes back. There's a fellow here. I'm talking to him. He understands what I'm saying. Actually, he's very, very smart. So now let's say I missed this. I got to get out before here. If it gets there, I got to get out. There's no hoping, praying who they'll sell it from here. You don't know. Nobody knows. It's just the pressure that's coming in. Maybe you have a little Sigma challenge to help you a bit further to see what the Sigma level we're in. But that was a pretty good drop. Even if you get out here, you made some money. As long as you catch it early. You have to catch it early. This is not about sitting there and praying and saying, is this indicator right or not? So what do I suggest you do? Paper trade it. Use the simulator. All these softwares have simulator. I believe we're running this machine right now as it's simulator because I don't want to take the. No, this may be live because it's the second master account. Yeah, it depends. But we have a chance when you load it in, go to simulator at the beginning. You gotta understand what this thing can do. Okay. Now, if you, by the way, we can set these up. Hold on. No, it's not doing that. Nope, it doesn't let me. Okay. Well, hold on. I'll pull this out. I'm trying to make it maximize it. It doesn't let me. Okay. Okay, sorry. No. Okay, now. Okay, I'm trying to pull it here. Okay. Now you can add other stuff there. We have other stuff there. Forget that. This is good there. I mean, I want to know. If you want the market cap, we can send that to you too. That's additional that Mike Burke wrote for me. This gives you the, oh, you don't need bidastic. Let me take this out. Hold on. No, hold on. Sorry. Let me take this out. This is, that's going to drive you nuts. Hold on. Where is this? Studies, all the studies. Okay. Come on. There you go. We need to bid ask out of this. Yeah, this gonna kill you guys. Yeah, that's probably what's killing me too sometimes. Because I got go boom. Okay, so we'll send you this. Let me save that. Always save your work. Just good habit. Okay, now if you want market cap, let me know. I'll send it to you. Otherwise, you'll just delete it. But you need to have the rest of these in there. This is not ours. This is open code. Actually, Mark Burke wrote that. It tells you what market cap is. You can sort on that. Okay, boom. So you can see that's Apple. By whether these are giving signals or not. My suggestion is you keep it on action. This tells you what you need to work at. Like they're all in buys. What are this name? This is IBD 250, courtesy of Christian Wagner. I want a few other Bawa names I'm looking for. I'm at to it. Why? What are we doing here? Momo. This is the best Momo. First one's up, first one's down. First one people are selling, first one they're buying. 2 years ago, like in October, they kicked me out of a presentation here because they thought I was rude. I said, you have no hedges here. This is a bunch of IBD. It was an IBD room here in Naples, and there's all these retirees and ex-golfers, whatever. Enough of shopping, enough of golfing. Yes. Golfing with their friends and cigars, shopping with their wife. Enough, enough. I want to go back to trading. Okay. But they were getting to IBD and go-go days. When you have go-go days, you know what comes after that? Guillotine time. If you have IBD, you're going to be a candidate. IBD 250. This is the top 250 best names in movement. So on the upside and downside, they're ready to go. Guess what? This software is going to catch it. Those guys didn't listen. They said that go-go days would go over. This is October 2018. Okay, and it was run by one of the timer guys. Not even close to me. He's actually he was right a year later, but because he's a perma bear. And at that time I was long, but I said somewhere here I'm going to get short, guys. You need to buy at least some insurance. Of course, nobody listened to it. Okay, then my phones wouldn't stop. By the time we got to like Thanksgiving, and you saw what happened in December. December was even worse. By then they were decimated. So what you want to do is be ahead of the curve. Basically, you take a look at the names, what these names are tagging. Go to the chart, see what's doing. So this part we're still working on a tad. This is a little bit more complicated. There's enough there for you to work on CIS, but maybe we're a day away. Okay, maybe two. I think by the weekend we'll be there. But then that's what you do is you copy over. Now that this chart this is it. Now, once a month, we're probably going to change this because IBD 250 is going to change. We'll provide you that. So this is easy plug compatible. By end of the month, I don't mean 30 days from now. I'm talking about like late November. We're going to give you another worksheet. If there's the indicators, that's because the logic has changed. If you have a logic running, you just write it over. You go back here and do again same thing what you did before. Import, second choice, pinpoint, and then what we sent you is your email, Gmail. Put that on your desktop that you know. Browse, hit the browse, get it, and then once you get it inside and process it through, yes, 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 delete the file I sent you. The biggest mistake you guys do is keep these. These are not gold. This is just a file. We have copies. We have it on the website. We have copies we can send you. At least delete other than the latest copy. You're going to get confused. You're going to bring it in right over this. Come to me. Spend half a day of your time, half a day of my time, or one of my staff. And it turns out, what was the problem? What's the main problem we always have with it's FAA rights? It's operator. That means the pilot. Pilot missed. Oh, there's a runway here. We're supposed to land there. They missed. Okay, so please keep it clean. I know one of you guys. I want to mention who this is here. You keep every copy of ELD I sent you. Don't do that to yourself. You don't need that. Delete the old ones. Keep the latest copy. Okay. By the way, software key is only one now. It's a universal software key. We try and make this thing easy for everybody. Inside of it is our 3 files, and inside of it takes care of your email, your PayPal email once we're on the pay. If you're a comp, whatever. They'll all take you of internal. You won't even know it. Okay. We have improved our technology. Also, we have improved our encryption to be faster. Why? These are getting updated during the day constantly. There's a lot of. Imagine running 500 charts. That's what you're doing. At least 250 charts. Except you're looking at the edge. You're looking at. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me fix this. This is giving me a hard time. View platform. No. I'm sorry, preference. Let me change a setting here. I have a very efficient setting on, but that's not good for presentations. Let me do that. There we go. Title bars. There we go. So, yeah, let me move fast. There we go. Click that. Oh, where's my chart? Oh, uh, there we go. So, there we go. So, as you click there, you're going to, hold on. Okay, as you click here, I still need to shorten this. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Yeah, I'm up usually at 6. Okay, so as you switch here, okay, you can do it this. I wouldn't say go to do window vertical because it gives it equal size. You don't want it. You want the table in front of you and a little bit of a chart. Why? You're looking at here. This is what you want. Maybe 4 or 5. Now, so you go to DKNG. That's you got it. There you got it. Boom. That's where we are. And you see the values of the CI/CD diff. You can see the build. Obviously, you have to be familiar with these indicators. If you're new there, we have webinar videos you can look at. Go to. Let me tell you where to go and look at it, so you don't write to me. This is there's the introduction. This is the webinars there. You can go there. We have updated that. This is the tool you want to watch. Again, this is on the indicator package. Yeah, so we will improve our product page so you have expert in there too. We got to separate this into basic and pro and put the third one, which is expert. Expert will be priced probably around $250 a month, but billable quarterly. Why? You get 4 keys a year quarterly. Yeah, so $750 a quarter. But this is in 2021. I mean, not now. This is we're in a test area. So we appreciate your help you're giving us, and that saves us to have to a wider net and be able to see all the issues now, including the website issues and all that. So it's all integrated. So a smooth functioning operation. Now, let me talk about SIBO. The SIBO is Chicago, not Chicago, it's a, and I'll have then Admiral come in because I'm done on this end. It's a channel breakout. Why? And it's got a look back period. If you go back here, you go to studies and you say, you go to input, that tells you how much. The look back is 5. Okay, so 5 periods. So if you're on daily, this is how you change it. You go there, you can do this on the weekly if you want. I don't say you go to hourly right now. No way. I'd say to 2021. Let us know more and let you know more by experience. Okay, so let us learn more about this. Then you go. Here's what you change it. Go to weekly. This goes to weekly. Charts come in, and what is not changing? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is unfortunately it's not connected. Okay, on the interval. The name is. You gotta make sure this is on weekly too. So this is what's happening there. Okay, if you change, and now look at the signal. You have 2 buys. You have a lot of sells there. Why? We're up there. We're up there. We're up there. Okay, so let's say I go to hubs. Boom, you see that. It's above coming down. Okay, and see, look at what's happening with CI. Now, remember, bottoms are easy. Okay, that means the buys are very easy everywhere. It's a fear and greed situation. The fear is too strong as a primal instinct. The sell that means it's overbought. That could take a time. You could go look at what CI is doing. Now we're beginning to see divergence. We're getting slowly, in this case, lower reading in CI versus a massive run up on the weekly chart for the stock. I don't know what it does, but it had a big run up there. Look at that. Now, if this thing decides to fall, yeah, it's gonna be very strong. So, but before now, for all of our work we're doing, please, has to be daily. Okay? I don't want to see a weekly chart or weekly table. Please don't do that to yourself. And why? Because we have to control what we try to do. The feedback to be uniform, so we can test things. Just like a vaccine test, you have a uniform situation. We're looking at the same item. So for those of you who look at diff a lot, the RS diff, you have it. You can sort that if you want. This color changes a little bit more sophisticated than other ones. So you have raw, which is this one. Smooth, which is that one, the gray one, which changes color depending on where we are. If you look, see it's changed to red. That was a clear sell. Of course, we dropped a little bit, but it hits to DMs and holds on. That's the beauty of this. Now, you're going to find that CI is going to be early. Okay? That's what we found out. Me and Admiral working together before actually we had even discussed it with Christian and Mark Caffrey. CI is more like a setup alert. Okay, get ready, get to your station, be ready, hands on. It's the CI, it's the DMZ you want to look at. The DMZ will give you confirmation. Now, to go take this one step further, Admiral came back and says, "Can you give me a high and low a channel? For example, let's go back to Dell, and he wants to know the last 5 days. What was the high and low of this? Why? That gives him his confirmation. Whether we're near low or near high, at least in terms of this move that's going to do. So this is 63 was the low. So we have a floor of 63 area right about here, 245. So this low, that's the low. And the high has to be that, which is 6605. Hallelujah. Okay, these have been tested. The only area that's not is a test issue is these two. Not even the mode. I think the alert. That's all. We found one mistake. Michael Burke and I were going to be working on it a little bit later on tonight, or even if I'm tired tomorrow. You will have an update to that. All you do is import this. Boom, go. So again, ELD first. The trade station file TSW copied into the directory, but before that you have to turn off the trade station. You cannot add it because it reads it at the start off, at launch of the trade station. You won't know you add it. Okay. If you have an existing copy, yes, override it, please. It's okay. Why? Because we've changed some stuff, including some settings in the back. These have settings, the look back period, and so forth. We were having some problems on. I think it was the DMZ. The DMZ diff was wrong because this was not looking back enough compared to the chart. We've solved those. Okay. All you get, this is turnkey. You plug it in and go. Plug and play. Okay? What you want to do is see the logic. Again, just to be on the safe side, play it very conservative. Don't try to catch this. That's not your job. Try to catch it up here. It's big difference, I realize that. 10% difference, I realize that, yes. But don't try to catch this. This gets you a setup. Actually, look at the setup it gave. You see the setup it gave? This is the V-bar right there. You want to put volume? That's a good idea too. Maybe add volume, okay? So let's try add some volume here. Add studies, because I forgot. I need that, okay. Volume. By the way, DMZ comes from this. It's an offshoot of DCI. Yeah. But about 50, that's about 16 years later. Yeah. It did not occur to me. I was reading a technical article in IEEE magazine that hit me because they do a lot of DSP work. I'm sorry, that hit me. So we want to put volume on and go. So we got volume there. Yeah, and I usually use yellow. Now, because these are IBD, you do not get a lot of volume relatively. But when they do, you better go and figure out what's going on here before you do anything else. This was something important to get that kind of volume. If you, what do you call it? Big bases. What is it called? Steve Shulman called it. The fellow who endorsed my book, The Advisor Soros. He did big bases. He had presentations. That was a cover. It was a bass player. Okay, but what it was that, and then part of that was the volume signals. And he helped me to develop mine, what we're using on scanning on put call ratios. When you get this, yeah. Let me put this in. Look back. This is where you want to pay attention. There's something going on here. Either as a news or EPS. Okay, especially with small names. Well, that's not small, but I don't know how many billions it's worth, but it's there. Well, we can tell you from here. There we go again. Dell is billions and billions. Hold on. Okay. It's 48 billion. Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. So remember, they're a box maker, so premium is gone. It's not. The magic isn't there. Yeah. Magic is AI. All right. So we're going to be working and updating you on these because there's a little bit of work to be done. We recognize that. But we want to get to you guys as soon as possible, get you started, get through this webinar, and then we give you an update on that. With that said, let me bring to you the one, and only one, Mr. Esposito, better known as Admiral Espo. Espo was his sign. SPO was his sign. Admiral, you ready? I can't hear you, Admiral. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Organizer. Yeah. Well, I can't. Okay. Can you hear me, Mark? Okay. Other people can hear Mark. You can hear Mark. Mark, go in and out again. Please take your mic, my USB mic out and come back in. You log back in, please. Yeah. Because I can't hear you. That means you won't record it. Okay. I know. Yes, they can hear you, Mark, but I can't hear you, so that means it's not being recorded. Hello, Mark. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Craig. I can hear. I cannot hear him, so that's a problem. Hold on. Let's see. One more time. I'll check mine. You can hear me both, right? But I cannot hear Mark, Robert, so I can't record it. Because recording is on local. Yeah. Yeah, in Florida. Yeah, this tells you I'm good. This tells you I'm good on there. If you look at audio there, audio shows that Jumbo 85 is good. Yeah, even tells me how much battery I have, so we're good. Mark, would you please go outside and come back in, please? I'm not recording you. It's having a problem. Let me do this. I'm going to ask you to leave and come back. Boom. There you go. Yes. There we go. Boom. Okay, he's out. Let him come back in. Yeah. Because we have to record. That's the whole beauty of recording is because it's for the future. Not just the attendees, but other folks who are going to be signing up. We're going to show it in the sign up page. You will be asked to sign an NDA. We will be sending you that. It's the same NDA that is here. Pro under Pro is the same as NDA. There is a Pro. There's a NDA somewhere in here. There we go. That's it. You can do that. And I'm going to add this. I got to change the language. Say Pro and Expert NDA, so you can sign that. Okay. There's also on the landing page. Landing page is here. You go to members. You land it, and now you get to more detail. Okay. Oh, we got two of these. No. I got to fix this. Hold on. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. So let me go here. Okay. You'd see that there's only one software key, but there's a copy of the what is it? There we go. Pro and Expert. They both go at that level. Okay. It basically says we're giving you proprietary work. That's all. Is Mark back here? Okay, Mark, are you back? Okay, let me make you a presenter. You are also. Okay, would you say something, Mark? I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Mark right now? Okay, let me go in and out myself then. I put you guys as an indicate as a organizer. No, I can't leave that. So let me just take the what do you call it? Take my audio out. That's right. We'll do it this way. It won't be a best quality recording, but we'll do it. So not to waste any more time. I apologize. 1 second. Let me just switch this up. This is Java's very good quality, and people love it for morning briefings. Let me remove this. Okay. Yes. Come on. Can you guys hear me? Good.
Yes.
Okay. Can you? Okay. I just opened my speaker here. Can you guys hear me here?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Christian. How about Mark? Can you speak for a sec? Yeah, we're recording on the backup mic. I still can't hear him. You hear both? Okay. Maybe you want to do presentation. I just don't know what you're saying and what we have here, though, unfortunately. But maybe somebody could type in for me to point something different. I heard something.
I can hear you, Fari.
There you go. You're good now. Good, sir. Sorry about this. This thing does this. You remember last time it was my apologies.
All right, so everybody can hear me, including you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Hello, everybody. So,
Please. Okay, sir, so please start from the beginning of your talk.
okay. So, hello, everybody. Marcus Esposito here. So, you've been following along with the technology that they've built, Fari's built. Can we pull up, Fari, could you pull up,
What do you want?
could you pull up MIME?
Oh, yeah, sure. By the way, we all built, we're involved with this together. So it's been a long journey, but.
It's up there at the top. You just go back up.
Oh, it was part of it. Oh, it's part of the.
Yeah. It's a signal. Yeah.
The buys. Right.
It's an actionable item.
Right, and then out. Here we go.
So unless I was not paying attention, that an item becomes actionable on the radar screen is when you have a cross.
Correct.
Okay. So show them where the cross took place, which you can see on the bottom there.
Right there. There's your cross.
Okay. So when that cross happens, it becomes an actionable item on the radar screen, and that's where in MIME, that happened on the day that it happened, and you get the action to buy. It's a cross up, and you can see the CI diff where it's going from the bottom and coming up, and you see that it's crossing in an area that's oversold, as you're all familiar with from how we look at the streamers and the fractals for the NQs and the ESs. So now here's a stock that's going through the same conditioning where it's crossing upward. So now when I see the crossing upward, remember, I don't see the bars to the right. No one sees the bars to the right unless you got a crystal ball. Once that cross takes place. Now, if we had a crystal ball, we all would be just making money and wouldn't be listening to me talk. So what we're trying to find a way, and I think we're getting close to it, and it's very helpful, is how to predict what's going to happen. All right. Well, predictability is probability. And what we're hoping to do is create a higher probability of being correct by adding the next step, which is an analysis of what's going to happen from the time it crosses. Is the cross going to create velocity to the upside and continue to surge higher to be correct for it being an up play or a buy or a bull play? Or is it going to just go and maybe turn around and come back down, which you've seen many a times in a lot of the CIs or a lot of movement in the market. So when I look at this, and I've been doing it for like 3 weeks now, and I've been creating positions, the few times where I've put on positions when I've seen this happen, where you had the up move, you had the cross, and I was looking for an opportunity to create a buy because of the cross upward, and I was premature because I didn't get a confirmation that that was a very high probability of it being a bullish cross up. So what we did was we added the HAPI DMZ alert and the channel breakout, because what we're finding out is that if we can get through the area which Fari can point out, which is the DMZ area in the chart above. Now that area is an area that, entering it is sometimes it goes into like the abyss. We don't know what's happening. Is it going to be a continuous surge up? Is it going to come back down? Is it going to go side to side? So we're looking for indicators that are going to help us. And when we look at the CI and the CI diff, we're looking for a confirmation that this move has some strength to it, meaning velocity to continue to the upside. So the cross was when the red CI diff bar turned to the green bar, which is the next bar. And you see that we've changed the direction to the upside. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking for an opportunity through the DMZ area that's going to tell us we can enter into these positions to possibly create a right directional trade. So what I'm looking for is for the upward movement, the bar chart, as you can see, which is the next green bar, which is the bigger one, touches the top of the DMZ, which is the 4305 level. Okay, and if you look at it on a DMZ slow, you'll see it's 43.04. All right, so now I've crossed up. Now I'm looking for confirmations. When I look at the CI diff, what we all have understood from reading a CI diff is the longer those bars get, the more the velocity is. The more the continuation pattern is, it means it's a higher probability it's going to continue and it's going to accelerate. Now, why do we know that? Look to the left of this chart in the bars that are heading downward. When you head across all the way to the top up to around 47.5, you cross downward, and then look at the way the CI diffs bars got bigger. Look at how the CI accelerated. So you could see to the downside that you had tremendous acceleration. Okay, so if we were looking at this for a play, what would have registered back on that date would have been a cross to the downside. We wouldn't see all those bars to the right in the CI, in the CI diff and the DMZ, but you could see what happened. It went straight down and kept adding strength by the bars getting long, the bars getting longer and accelerating until they peaked. And what happened when they peaked? Well, you had a couple bars that were the same size, and then all of a sudden you had your first up bar, which was the green bar there. And that bar was where it was oversold, and then we had a cross to the upside. So now we're trying to follow this bar as far as the direction to the upside. And what we're seeing is continued acceleration now to the upside. And we're looking at the CI dip bars in the bottom. You see the first green bar is a little smaller, then the second one is getting bigger. And now the third and the fourth, they haven't really accelerated like the down move accelerated, but it's still telling me by the DMZ radar screen area, we've crossed through the top, which is that 43.04 area. Okay, so what I did with this position in particular, and there's different strategies that you have to look at when you're looking at stocks. So first of all, obviously you want to make sure the market cap is sufficient for it to be a real stock. Secondly, when you look at creating option positions, which is what you're creating with the radar screen, if you're not just going to trade stock, is you got to make sure there's liquidity in the option world in these stocks. And how I determine that is by looking at the open interest in the different expiration months. When I'm looking at trades like this, I'm always looking for time frames that are probably within a few weeks to 30 days at most. I do not want to go further. We should get a reaction based upon the exaggeration of the move down or up, based upon the crosses and the breaking through the DMZ areas in that time frame. So if I've got enough liquidity, I'll create an option spread. If I don't have enough liquidity, I will pass on the name, which I've done probably a good 10 to 15 names already in the last 3 weeks. And I've created about 15 positions, and I've exited 11. And we have a spreadsheet that's going to have that analysis broken down. I've got it populated with. It's been so busy the last few days. I haven't updated the last 7 trades that I've closed out. But of all the trades I put on the 15, 3 are losers and the other 12 are winners. So it's all based upon this technology. So in MIME, what I did, because I'm not getting the strength of the velocity of the CI on the bottom area, I'm not getting those extended bars of the CI diffs that are, I call them organ bars because they look like an organ in the back of a church. And what I look at is I want consistent growth in these bars, and it hasn't happened there, but I did get my signal that says we crossed the DMZ. So what I did in this position was I created a small back spread where I bought stock and I bought puts. And in this particular case, I believe the put that I bought, I'm pretty sure was I bought the 45 put in stock. And that I bought with a little bias to the upside, meaning that I've got a few extra deltas in there. So right now I bought the a 45 put 30 times, and I bought 1,800 shares of stock, which is a pretty big position. But I have a pretty big account that I'm dealing with to allow me to do that. Something like this, you probably want to do a fifth of the size or a sixth of the size, just to get familiar with it. So why did I buy a put and back spread it with the stock? Because I'm not 100% confirmed in the move up that it's going to continue. But if it does, what I've got now is I got the stock to take me through the strike. If we're going to go back up to the 47 area, and I also have the put in case it reverses and goes right back down. So what will happen is, as I see the strength through the DMZ, which is that 4304 area, and we start to create those CI diff bars and strength there, and the velocity, as you can see, where the CI skipped off that minus 20 area, minus 21, 20, 31 area on the bottom there of the graph, I will add to the long side of this position. And that's where I'm going to probably pick up all the extra money. So it depends on the stock you're looking at. It depends on liquidity. And then obviously the most important part is, what kind of strategies do I put in? Simple crosses up or down, where you look like it's defined to be a good trade. Buy the technology. You might just buy a call, you might just buy the stock, or you just might buy a put. You might buy a put vertical to the downside so that you're not investing a lot. You know what you could lose by the price you paid for the vertical. You know what you can make, which is the difference of the strike. And why do I look at that? Well, because you're looking at the chart. The chart's just as important as the technology, and you got to look at areas where you think the stock can go to. In this particular case, I'm looking at the 48 to higher area as the move to the upside. Okay, so that's how I'm going to base my position, and also probably base when I think there might be an exit coming. And you'll see that on many of these positions. Let me see if I have one that was just recent that was helpful like that. I mean, I put on a position based upon the analysis of the radar screen, and it was bullish, and then all of a sudden we had the market turn that one day and it reversed the other way. But once again, it was a name that I put on a back spread. So basically I bought stock and I was a little bit delta long, and I bought puts against it. The stock fell $12 because these stocks move. And basically that $12 move down woke my put up, and then all I did was basically I bought all the stock that had to be bought against all those puts because they became deep in the money, and obviously I made a profit because of that. So looking and reading and understanding what the technology is showing you is your way of getting into a position. Understanding how to read it is very important. Understanding obviously the liquidity that's available in the options, because you got to realize that if you get into a stock that has no option liquidity and you look at the open interest and you see for 3 expiry months a total of 500 options open interest, that's going to be an absolute disaster, because what'll happen, it'll be tough to get in and you will not be able to get out unless you buy their offer or hit their bid, they being the market makers making the markets. So you want to avoid that. You want to look for a stock that has a lot of open interest. That's very key to this strategy in implementing a position. But what we're trying to hone here, which will be helpful, is different ways to see how the two technologies, the actionable item of the cross and the confirmation of what happens with the DMZ. And Christian helped us with understanding how to look at the DMZ, because the different time frames will help give us a better look. So in other words, right now we're looking at daily, but I'm running a side-by-side based upon what Christian suggested of basically 240 minutes. So a 4-hour chart, which would basically just accelerates the move going to the DMZ area or going through it, which I use when I'm looking at stocks like this. Because when you have a stock that has a very big move down or a very big move up, and then you have a reversal of trend, that's where a shorter time frame at looking at the DMZ possibility is going to help you, because it'll probably give you an indication prior to it absolutely going in. So like Fari was indicating to you on this chart in MIME, for example, we got the cross and we're waiting for a confirmation through the DMZ, which I got at 43.05. But if you looked at this on a shorter time frame other than daily, it would have probably gotten that ability where you're going through this cross to the upside, probably around 41 3/4, 41.80, because it's going to show you that short time frame of what's about to happen. And that plays out, that I'm finding out, it plays out in names so far that have very, very exaggerated moves up or down. I call this an exaggerated move down from 48 and change down to 38 and change. So that's a big move over a short period of time. And you know, those are the stocks where you're looking for bottoms, and obviously when a stock runs up like that, you're looking for tops. And that's where this really comes into play and becomes very beneficial. Are you still there, Fari?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I had an email I was responding to.
Okay.
I was trying to get into
So that's very key. Is, you know, like Fari said, we're tweaking this. We're in the beta stage. There's a lot we're trying to learn and understand. Building out this second part of it, which is the DMZ for confirmation, I think is going to be magnificent once we get it to the part where we feel very comfortable that it's doing exactly what we want it to do. Christian's suggestion with time frame is also very relevant to the names that I think have this MO of exaggerated biases to the downside and to the upside, especially when you're dealing with stocks that are $100 to $200, which there are many in this group that we're using on the radar screen. These things move. I mean, it's uncanny how they move. I'm trying to think, what is it, EMPH? Let me see, is EMPH on here, Fari?
ZMPH?
No, Eddie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've seen it.
Go to the E's. There's a couple E's that EMPH or ENTG. Slow down. Yeah, pull that one up. All right, so
pull up any of the solar stocks, Barry.
Yeah, so there's the one where we caught the cross down on EMPH with that big bar. So we had a nice play with that, because you're talking that was 110. 100, what was it? 110, 116, low was 100. It crossed about 110, and you know, when it touched that bottom bar, which was like to me 103, 102, and then it went all the way down from that point.
I remember that.
Right there. So look at the low the next day. So the next day, you see the bar there. I think it was 91, 92. So that was a quick 10 points. So in that one, I just simply bought a put, and I just got out of it about 7 points down on the stock. So, you know, this is how these things move. A lot of these higher price stocks, like Christian said, in the solar energy area, they've had big moves up, and then they backed off a little bit. Now they're going to probably reverse. As you can see, look at what this stock has done again. It made another run from 90 back up to probably 130 there in the last few days. And now, once again, it looks like it crossed downward. And, you know, it's another one to look at. Is it a legitimate cross? Do we have the CI and the CI diff? Are we getting the extension of the CI diff bars? Is it crossing into the important areas beyond the DMZ? So it's a lot of information that you're being shown, and the question is obviously being able to how to understand it and properly use it. So hopefully, as we're going forward, we're going to start defining all of this. And obviously the reason why Fari is making it available is that you could give your input in things that you're playing around with, seeing and trying, because the collaboration of that adding to what we have and honing it to making it better is going to do, as I've always said, in any trade you're trying to accomplish. You know, buy and sell the market's a 50-50 probability. Flipping a coin, it's a 50-50 probability. So anybody could buy and sell the market, and 50% be right or wrong. The goal is to try and move that probability from 50 to about 85%, so that you're always high percentage right. And that's how on what I try to achieve with putting on different option strategies. And i.e. that makes you successful. Safari, you have anything more to add, or Christian?
There's a question there from Simon.
Let me open up.
Yeah, if you open the question section, please. Yeah, it has to do with your criteria. He wants your secret sauce.
What's the criteria derivatives liquidity for trading? Is it only open interest, or does he look at spreads too? Well, what you want to do, and you're going to find out when you open a lot of these names that obviously have these extreme volatility moves, or high price, low priced, and obviously they're high notional value stocks, a lot of these. What I do is I simply go into the options expiries. I pull up the first 3 months, and I look at the option expiries. I look at first the open interest. If I just glance at it and I see there's 10s, 5s, and 2s and 3s, I know it's going to be a no-go. The next criteria you look at from that is take a look at their at-the-money option market. If you look at the at-the-money option market and it's 50 cents, $3, you know, welcome to my world of jumping into a pit and the lion's going to follow after you. So you got no chance to get out, and they're going to eat you alive. So,
folks, that was a Roman joke.
Yeah, Roman joke.
You know.
So you want to look at open interest, and you want to look at market width of the options. Okay. Right. Ideally, you want a decent amount of option open interest, which is therefore liquidity, because there's people in the market already. And then you also want to look at market widths. You want the market widths to be somewhat reasonable. Now, I trade, like you know, all the biotech names, and those things are very, very wide markets. The only difference is, since I've been trading since 1979, I have the ability to price my own spreads. So that's the secret sauce. That's something I can't really share with you, only because it's like ingrained in my my brain from doing it for all these years. It's just what I know. I use volatility to assess that. So what you do is you'll see in TradeStation platform on the TradeStation option platform, you look at volatility. You want to make sure that you're trading a volatility in the option that's reasonable to the time frame that you're trading it. So when you look at TradeStation, they'll have volatility assumptions in there for the options. And if you're looking for a 30-day, you look for the 30-day implied, and you want to look at a 30-day historical. If you're looking at a 60-day time frame, you do the same with respect to the time frame. So you want to make sure that you're dealing in an area of A, open interest showing liquidity, B, there's a decent market spread, and C, understand the volatility you're getting into. Because when you look at the volatility with options trading, as I've always said, volatility is going to help you determine the type of strategy you're going to create. Low volatility in a stock that looks like it's going to make a lot of move, a back spread's a marvelous strategy, because you're not paying a lot for it. Because when you buy volatility, you're buying basically Vega. Vega means you're paying for theta every day. And you won't want to get into that for a back spread unless you feel overly confident that you're going to get an extreme move. So like, you know, you could see when Fari and Mark Caffrey put on spreads when they try and do their earnings plays, a lot of times, if you really want to get a good feel for what the market makers are doing as far as pricing volatility relative to a move, always just look at the front month volatility of the earnings date, and look at the money, and add the call and the put together mid-market. That basically tells you where they think the stock can go up or down. If it goes outside of that, it's beyond the parameter where they did their analysis. So, you know, when you look at things like that, just look at the at-the-money option, add the midpoints of the call and put, and that's basically how they're pricing their options, modeling it, telling you that they think it's got that possibility to the upside or that possibility to the downside. Now, with our technology, if you're looking at our stuff that we're creating here with the radar screen, and you go and look at the option, you found one that's got a decent volatility. It has open interest, and it has a decent market width. And you look at our streamer or the radar screen technology, and it says this thing could have a 7-8 point move And you look at that area that you're looking to put an option trade on, and they're only pricing the volatility for a 3 or 4 point move in their current environment. That's going to give you an edge, okay? So, understanding those factors are really important for making a determination into type of strategies. What I found to be helpful initially with certain strategies with this, downside plays, I'll put on just a naked put, basically using the strike that the cross is happening at to the downside. If I'm looking at an area where I feel that the put's too expensive, what I look at, like you look at EMP, if I think this thing has a shot to back off from the high of 120, 115, 110, I looked on a bigger chart, not just the one you're seeing on the webinar. And what I looked at was, okay, what's the area that will show support for the stock? Okay, and that'll be my bottom strike that I sell. So in this case, without seeing, I believe what it would have been was probably like probably a 105 put versus a 90 put. So I would have bought the 105.90 put vertical for the first, with 3 or 4 weeks in life. So I'm buying a 105.90 put spread, thinking that I'm getting short, obviously, because I'm building that strategy. I want to pay, when I buy verticals, either for calls or puts in either direction, I always like to be able to have the opportunity to pay a third, make 2/3. Okay, I don't like one-to-one possibilities. I like pay 1/3, make 2/3, because I know my risk. If I'm buying something for $5 and a $15 vertical, I could lose 5, but I can make 10. Practically, I'll probably only be able to make 7 or 8. But that's how I base my assumptions on that. Will I go and pay $7, $8 for a $15 put vertical? Nope. Will I pay $7 or $8 for a call vertical? Probably not. I'll look for other strategies that give me a better bang for my buck. So call vertical, put verticals are nice plays for moves to the downside or the upside respectively. Naked calls or naked puts for a directional move, quick and nasty are good. When you get into a possibility where vol is very reasonable and you feel that you're going to have a move, and it could be a move either way, you want to be able to try and find a way to back spread that, meaning that you're either buying puts and buying stock, with obviously buying a ratio of more puts to stock. If you're doing the other side, you're buying more calls, you sell stock. This way, this gives you an opportunity both ways. And then obviously you'll make certain adjustments after you get these exaggerated moves that happen. They do happen. You'll be able to see my spreadsheet that Fari will share with you. I've got to make, I'm time bankrupt, but I've got to make another 7 or 8 entries of the trades that I put on and I completed. And you're going to see initial trades on, like, several of them were long trades based upon the actionable items. They were buys, but I wasn't 100% convinced yet, because I didn't get my DMZ confirmation, and they turned from buys to a bear. So look at the
Here, let me bring it up.
right on the spread there. You could see one up there that's an actionable item. So I've got to add to this, but you'll see spreads. So the top ones are trades that were put on that were completed. And you could see in ENTG, the very top one, I bought the November 20th expiry. I bought the 80-70 put spread 25 times. I paid $250 for it, and I got out of it for $360. So that was $110. And if you go back to ENG, Fari, I don't have the dates because I'm now starting to put in dates when I see the crosses, when the DMZ alert happens.
Am I looking at ENG?
ENTG. Eddie.
Echo.
ENTG. ENTG. Right.
Yeah.
One more down. One more. No. ENTG.
Oh, TG.
Right below it. Right there.
No, yeah. Echo November Tango Golf.
So you could see, I put on that put spread.
Yeah, we worked on it. Yeah.
And you see what that last cross to the downside, and then the bars in the CI diff extending, and it getting down, putting that all the way to the right, Fari. I just put this on.
No. Yeah, but I'm saying, but we've been discussing it from this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's where I put, look, you can see where I put the 80 put spread on it, right at the cross. And you can see where the DMZ converted to the left, come left. It was a short play,
Oh,
right?
right there.
Right? No, one more over.
This one.
No, no, the solid horse, solid vertical bar to the right.
Oh, this one.
That one. That's where I did the trade.
Oh, Murray.
So if you look at the top, you've got a cross,
Mhm.
okay? That happened. You got a cross that basically happened before that, and now I'm waiting. I'm looking for the confirmation. When I got the DMZ confirmation, which is what gave me the concept that I need a confirmation, and that was the confirmation. It crossed into the DMZ and out of it, and right at the top, the bottom of the DMZ, which was probably around, it was close to 80 when I did it. I put on the 80-70 put spread, and then you could see as it came down, the velocity stopped, and then you see the cross up, and then I just went in there and I took it out. I took it out a lot sooner than that. I mean, that's where I could have maximized my trade by giving myself more opportunity and waiting for right in that area when it starts to turn. I took it out about 3 or 4 bars in because I wanted to, this is my first trade. I wanted to make sure I made money with it. I understood it. And that's why I made $1.10 on that put vertical.
Oh, I know what this was. We talked about it here about this confirmation issue. Remember? We're feeling that CI alone is not enough. We need to have confirmation. And DFG obviously we were playing around with it. Could be a good tool. That's what we did this one. I remember that. Yeah. Did you tell them about your Murray trades? Where you get paid on going in?
Oh, no, I haven't done that. So I mean, pull up the spreadsheet, though, because I want to show them.
Oh, by the way, folks, there's a comment there I want to make about that Adam was right. As we said in the first briefing, you will have some access to it. You have to formulate that. We're not sure yet. But part of it also this, I'm not sure is it during the beta or is it after the beta? But you would have access to this. But you can't be in this. Hold on 1 second. But you can't be in this and an option package. Because then you're front running it, and that's a no-no. We're going to get us into trouble. Okay? So either you're an option package where you get the trades from Mark Caffrey using this technology, or you use the technology yourself, and you could see what we're doing. But you can't be front running us. So there's a gray area where we're still researching what we can give you. But one of them would be access is basically through a share. We put your Gmail in there, it goes. It gives you access. Okay.
So look at XPI, and then after XPI, I'll show you one other one. On the second from the top, a done trade. So this was like another one of my first trades. Let's go to that name. And this is where I just went in there and took a flyer to the downside. I bought the 55 EXPI.
PD, that's a PIW. There we go. Holy macro.
So this trade, I believe I did this trade right at the cross, right where your mouse is.
Right here?
Yeah, in there. When I got through to the DMZ to the right, that's when I bought the put. See the bar to the right coming out of the DMZ? Keep coming right there. That's where I put the trade on. Now, I did give up some dollars on the cross. Okay. Right. But to me, I had felt a strong probability that I was going to be right because the DMZ coming out of it. Now, if we had a smaller, shorter time frame like Christian's talking, I would have liked to use the technology during that time frame. Sure. But I just bought a 10 lot of puts at $5, and the stock just fell apart. And I got out, and that's because I still was trying to understand it. I got out very prematurely because the stock, when I got out, I made $2 on the put, which means I probably got out around $48. And you could see it went all the way down to like in the low 40s. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot more left in the trade I left on the table. But, now that I'm understanding how to read when the moves take place, what I should be looking for, continued confirmation of the move, that's helpful. Now go back to the spreadsheet.
Okay. There you go.
So if you look down at CSIQ line number 7, okay, that was my first mistake right there. Yeah, and what I did was I put on.
Did you repair it?
I put on 40 puts to repair it, and then I bought stock, and then I rolled the puts from the 40 to 43s,
Oh, Murray.
and you know, there was pull up CSIQ on the chart.
Sure.
It could not get into a pattern that was conducive to really, you know, I can't spend my eyes on this the whole day. You know, I'm managing a portfolio of 50 biotech stocks and 4 indexes directly, so it's impossible. So when I bought the put, I bought the put on the cross, which you see the cross all the way to the left. When is that? Yeah, all the way to the left. Yeah, and it didn't go straight down. It went right back up. So as soon as it crossed the DMZ, I had to buy stock because I was going to get annihilated if it kept going up. And then you could see it went up, it went down, and got caught in the DMZ zone, which is when you're long puts and long stock. All that is premium you're losing every day. So I made a decision. It was time to cut and run, and I got out. Now, once again, if I would have held all the way to the right, you see it did eventually break down. It got down to 33 intraday on that November's probably looks like the election day or the 3rd. But I got out because I had too many things to do. So I learned a lesson there. I need more of a confirmation than just seeing the cross. And that was my big lesson in understanding that. And that helped me in saying, okay, I need to come up with more of an application to the cross and looking at CI and CI diff to help me make a determination that the trade I'm doing has got a high probability of succeeding. So that's where I started creating the idea and coming up with DMZ, getting through these channels, which we Fari took the input and built it out here, and you're looking at the radar screen, and now we're tweaking it.
There's a question about BAC. I just answered it. Yeah, we don't touch $27 stocks. This is not made for $27 stocks.
Well, you're going to see you're going to see a lot of stocks come up as actionable items, and you know, I don't know how many are on here.
High beta. I mean, these have some beta in there, even at $20 or $30, but not. It's like pre-vaccine with Johnson & Johnson. It never moved anywhere. Very quiet.
Well, you're gonna see some actionable items because remember the CI diff, the actionable items is a cross. Right. You could have a cross up, a cross down, a cross up, a cross down. You could have 3 or 4 or 5 crosses in the same day, and it's not really moving.
Right.
So you know, you'll glance at the chart, you'll glance at what's going on with CI and CI diff, and you'll see there's no confirmation of a move in either direction. It's just sausage, and you'll see that CI diff telling you the same thing. And you'll see the DMZ, nothing's going on there, and you're just going to pass on the name because it's just not worth looking at. Right. So you've got to do a little homework. You got to do a little work. You got to use a little common sense. So you got to write yourself up like a little sheet for you to. These are my guidelines that I need to have to make a decision to enter in. Right. And do I check mark everything? Do I have, here's a stock. It looks like it's a possibility. I got a cross. Looks like I'm heading to the DMZ. So I got to watch that. Now let me go look at the stock. Is it a capitalized stock? So it has some value to it. Therefore, it has underlying shares. Now let's go to the next section, which is going to be, let me check the open interest. Is there an open interest enough to create an option spread? Then let me check the market maker's market in there. Are they reasonably tight so I could put on a spread or trade the options? And then obviously let me look at the volatility. Is the volatility reasonable for the time frame that I'm doing this at? Or is it really high, or is it just too low? And once you check all the boxes in your checklist, it's time to jump in because the water should be nice and comfy.
Also, you gotta be careful with earnings. You gotta be careful with this around earnings. Okay, that's a different exogenous news that it's not necessarily going to show. Admiral's right. You're going to see some moving there, volatility, but that could be deceiving too. So you gotta be careful.
So it's when you're unlike the NQs and the S's, which we're giving you levels that are support and resistance, and we're giving you crosses, and we're giving you how the bands are available, their Keltners and the Bijans, and looking at CI and CI diff, that's it. When you get into using a stock technology like this,
Right.
you got a lot of nuances you have to throw into the equation, which we're giving you. We're basically telling you how and what to look at. And Mark Caffrey, when he's creating option spreads, he's doing a lot of that work up front ahead of time, and he's using his expertise to obviously pass that on to you. And then, you know, like we've always said, and I've always said, and I look for feedback to the guys that follow the minis in my chat room there, because I don't talk, I just text. You know, I'm looking for feedback. I'm looking, do I buy here? Do I sell here? Because the cross is there. It looks like this is a support area. It looks like this is a good area because of the median. Those are great questions, and those are going to teach you how to read the streamers and the fractals. Same thing here. We want you to learn to become educated in how to trade the options and the option strategies in these stocks, because when you trade options, you obviously are trading a different instrument than you do when you're trading just the future contract. You're dealing with a contract that's going to give you possibly a big bang for your buck. It's also one that you could create what your risk parameters are. So there's a lot of different factors that involve in option strategies, and we want you to learn. It's not a question of just us spoon feeding you on what to do. We want you to learn because your eyes can see what we see, and then you see, why am I coming up with these comments if this is a support area or cross area or buy area, and you see that with the stocks. It's really going to make you a lot better at trading your strategies, eventually to the point where, you know, you'll pull names up yourself without Mark giving you insider spreads to do. And you'll try them out because you feel that you've learned, you've got the criteria, you've got the checkbox list, and you're going in there to do it. And I think that's really what Hamza Analytics has always been about, is try and teach people to extend our knowledge to you and our experiences to you, so that you can become educated and a self-taught trader.
Oh yeah.
That's all I got, Safari.
Okay, Chief. Yeah, it's 6:30. I'm supposed to be somewhere, but it's okay. 6:32. Last question. Anything for me? Anything for Mark Caffrey by any chance, guys? Anything for me? Anything for Mark? Hold on. There's a question here. Yeah. That's just a, no, it's not. It's hold on. No, it's not out of the system. We don't know. We can test it. Well, there's a question here on, does the system, I'm trying to get this thing opened up. It's having a hard time opening it. Does the system can handle $27 stock? You know what? That's not what it's designed for. But you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, beta 93. Yeah, you can try it. That's what beta is all about. We can try it. I just don't know. I've spent my time on the 250 because I've known that. I've dealt with it several years now. And I spend my time on the coding part, make sure this thing works fine. And I've learned a lot, both from what Admiral and Christiane and Mark Caffrey asked me to do. I learned a lot from Michael Burke at Trade Station about the mechanics. But yeah, we can try back. Yeah.
Something relative to that question, I think what you guys got to take into consideration, and I'm referring, you know, to your questions that I'm reading, Simon, is that this is not based upon trying to make 50 or 60 cents on a strategy. Okay, if you look at these names where it'll spit out these names as actionable, and then obviously the DMZ alerts come into play, and you're going to pull these names up, you're going to see names in here where there's opportunities to make $5, $10, $15, $20 on these stocks. And if you know, I could put a play on where I got a chance to make, you know, if I could put a 15-point vertical on and I could pay $3 for it with a chance of making 10, I think that's great risk reward.
Right.
And you want to put your money into that type of trade versus let me get into a stock or an option that I could pay $1 for, and it's got a decent beta, but you know, you're going to get out for $1.10.
Yeah.
Unless you're
$1.50. Yeah.
Unless you're putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into building a 1,000-lot spread, yeah. I'll go against your hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that spreading versus me putting out a 10-lot in one of these names.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to think of it. This is relative to the technology kicking out names that are basically movers. Okay, these are movers. They move. And I mean, probably who could speak better on that next time we have another webinar would be Christian. He'll show you some names and you see some of these moves. And, I myself was even amazed at the amount of movement in the time. I look at this one right on the screen, band, got up to 197 and it's 144 in less than a week and a half. These are the names you want to get into.
This is Bank of America, right?
Yeah, this is not like trading a utility. This is trading.
Look, you see this here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at.
So you got from basically, if you look at it from July to October, you probably have a $3 range.
Yeah, this is not the way to go. Yeah.
This is not
the wrong industry for this technology.
I mean, you could use the technology to give you an indication as to maybe a buy or sell, but it's not going to give you the fruits of your labor for the kind of spread that you're looking for. Now, if you look at this from the very top, back in the beginning of, well, we know that was COVID. Everything went down. Everything looked like that back then. But that's the reason why that fell off the charts right there.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. It went from 34 to there, but that was the whole market.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you didn't need a technology for that. You just needed the sell button and close your eyes.
All you did was PMT Pro.
Yeah.
So
that's it, guys. So, help us with what if you do get involved, help us with what you see, pass along comments, opinions, questions, and then we'll get into a couple more webinars to keep showing you how we advanced, what we've honed, and what's better. And then as we go, hopefully we'll have this thing in tip-top shape by the end of the year so that it's a very strong, workable product by the beginning of the year.
Exactly. Our goal is try to finish the beta by 15th of December. Why? Because in the last week of December, we're going to be issuing the keys for Q1. We don't want to do set two keys. We got to get you on the right track, have them out, and we're on good track to get there. Goal would be to have a webinar in 2 weeks, and then one after that, in 2 weeks after that, so in 4 weeks. By the time we're back with beta, we've had 2 webinars with more information, more knowledge, and a smoother operation there as a baseline for your feedback. Okay?
And, one closing comment for me is today I loaded all my portfolio stocks in there because I wanted to see how the system took to all my stocks.
Your charts, your scan.
No, in the scan here.
This list, right.
That I added my symbols to that for myself to look at, and it revealed a lot of great information as far as tops and bottoms and the trend.
Yeah.
So the combination. I always thought if DMZ and could be used in stocks that are big movers, it could be really very fruitful, and it's panning out to be just that.
Great. Yeah, because remember, I just released this Sunday night, this version, because this morning we were working on Mark to get his machine up and running. And then Mark, make some time over the weekend. I'll make sure we get your monster machine up, because this is going to consume that CPU a lot easier.
Oh yeah, I mean I crashed because of this today.
I didn't want to say that. But that monster machine was a thing in the box. We're going to put it to work.
Yes, Simon. Tesla would probably be a good name to throw in there.
Tesla, yeah. Of course, yes. Oh yeah. Let's. We might have it, but let's try it. Hold on. Yes. High beta stocks. Simon, high beta stock. That's where the biggest bang you're gonna have. So where is this one? Tesla.
It goes alphabetically once you enter it, Farid. Go all the way to the bottom.
Oh, so I can just put T. Goes down there to T. No,
Tesla. It'll pop up and then it goes to the bottom. Keep going down.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
See it?
Yes. So it was there already.
Yeah.
Let me take one of them out. So you're a Tesla, you'd see that. Yeah. And here. You can see what's going on here. And this is weekly. Let's go to daily. You can see how powerful this. Look at the cycles. Look at the cycles. Just amazing. You can see the peak coming too. You see when this color changes, you're near the peak. Look, we had one more chance to get there and get out. And pull back. The key is these colors. You gotta watch the colors. This is gonna be very slow. This is your setup. This is confirmation. The colors will tell you what to do. We've always said what here? Color and slow. Color and slow. With that said, guys, I gotta run. I know.
All right, I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Fire Christian, Mark, and I'm going to run too, so I'm going to exit.
All right, Chief. Thank you so much sir, for your work.
All right, thank you.
Mark,
All right.
thank you, sir. Susie, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, for attending. We'll send the copies out. I just got to an appointment. I got to pick up some medicine. I will, later on in the evening, we'll post it on Amazon, send you a link. Okay? Thanks for attending. Good night.